Anga Joshi stood outside his house with his thumbnail caught between his teeth, and the glare of the mid-morning sun drilling into his eyes, amplified as it bounced off the bronze of the fountain in his backyard, off the gray-white surface of the sidewalk beyond his fence, off the roofs of the dozen cop cars and twice as many FBI vehicles lining the street on two sides of his corner lot, while their occupants swarmed over his property, the inside of his house, the streets in all directions for over a mile around, and off the whirring edges and sleek black tail of the helicopter circling over his neighborhood, calling back information that crackled out of walkies in a constant chatter that filled the morning with its scratchy, jagged-edged noise. That noise felt just like the scratchy, jagged-edged feeling biting into Anga's chest. The same feeling that had been crackling inside him since he'd looked up and seen a man in a battered, stained white rabbit mask staring in at him, waving cheerfully with that mocking cartoon smile. A gradual expanding unease that grew larger and larger and more overwhelming as more hours passed, with the search net turning up. Absolutely nothing. As if the white rabbit had never been there. As if Anga had imagined it, dreamed it, when it shouldn't have been possible for one man on foot to disappear into the city so quickly, so easily, without a single trace of him in sight. Anga would almost think he had hallucinated the entire thing. Almost think the stress of the case, of sleepless nights, of struggling with his chaotic emotions towards Seong-Jae, had finally pushed him to an overwhelmed edge that made his mind fabricate things that weren't there. If not that, then the sheer turmoil of a long, exhausting night bouncing between two cities with dozens of lives on the line, leaving him wrung out and frazzled and entirely prone to seeing things that weren't there. That would be the easy answer, if not for that single smudge on the glass of his patio door. Even after the morning condensation had faded, burned away under the harsh sunlight that brought reality back to bear on the world, that smudge remained, the mark of a gloved fingertip tapping against the glass to get Anga's attention.